Yeah, I'm 39 going on 40 and I'm still continuing this journey that was started many, many years ago. And honestly, it's an absolute blessing to be able to do it. But I'm not finished. You know, I'm not just racing now just to be out there. My goal is still to win an outdoor title here. That's my focus. You know, that's why I'm kind of driven to still go for it. It's definitely getting difficult. This year was a competitive season, but that is 100% the goal, is to still be competitive, win races, and put my best foot forward every time we put the helmet on. I think for our sport, the most iconic event of the year is the Motocross of Nations. You know, each country has 3 riders that represent basically the best riders of the country in that year, represent, you know, Australia, all around the world. So it's a pretty cool event. And I was lucky enough to be chosen 6 times for Australia, 3 or 4 times captain. So that was pretty cool for me. I loved it. It was like the event you always look forward to. I think as fans, they're always kind of looking forward to that event every year. So we are like a top 3 country in the world that competes in motocross. So myself and Chad have been a part of the team for many years, and we wanted to get on the podium so bad. And that year, everything came together. And you know, Chad had won a moto, and that kind of set us up to do really well. I had 2 consistent motos, and Matt had a DNF. His bike broke. And so in that event, if you have one bad moto, it sets you back. And so we had to be spot on with all our motos, and we were able to do it. Matt got one really good race in, and myself and Chad were consistent and piggybacked off of his one race win, and we got 3rd. So it was pretty cool, and a special moment for all of us riders in Australia, I think. I've competed so many times, it's hard to remember everything, but some of the highlight, I guess, victories and stuff and races would be 2005, winning the US Open in the lights class in America. That was really cool. It's kind of my first big international win. Prior to that, when I was 16, winning a Thumping Outs championship here in Australia before I left. So that was really cool as well. Motocross of Nations in 2011, finishing 3rd for Team Australia was like pretty iconic for Australia, being the first team to be able to do that, being a part of it. That was really cool. The one victory that stands out obviously is Southwick in 2011. But the beauty behind that for me was the year before I ran out of petrol on the last lap. So I was leading the race. And that year was my best year of racing in the States, but I had built up and was getting better and closer to winning. And then finally had it, what felt like, in the bag, and I ran out of fuel with 4 corners to go. And it was heartbreaking, you know, and that kind of shattered me for that week, but I bounced back really well. But the following year, when we went back to Southwick, I went 3-2 on the day for the overall victory. And even though I didn't win the moto, I still got the overall victory. I didn't actually know 100% I had to win until I got over and talked to my team. So I never had that feeling of like, yeah, I just won the national, I know it. But it was like the motocross gods just said, all right, we owe this kid one from the year before. And it was special, you know, that was what kind of made it special for me, was the year before running out, and then getting it the following year was pretty cool at the same place. Probably my favorite track. My dad had flown in the day before, so he was there, and pretty iconic for me and the family. So success here in Australia at a younger age, for me, I think I won 6 Australian Junior Championships. And then the first year I turned into the professional ranks, I won the Pro 400 Championship that year. And then after that, I was off traveling the world and chasing my dreams, which was awesome. But it was always my goal to be able to return to Australia and, you know, kind of retire here, finish out the end of my career here in Australia. And that's what I'm getting the opportunity to do, which is awesome. And you know, so far my goal was to win a championship, and we haven't quite done that. We've come close, but haven't got over that one yet. But probably the biggest win here since I've returned from overseas racing was Gilman Supercross in 2018. That was a cool one, just in front of my hometown. Had, you know, I think 3,500 people there at the event going crazy. So that was fun. You know, I love being able to just win in front of my hometown crowd, and that one sticks with me for sure.